How's it going, everybody? This is Joey here at Underage Packers, and I am excited. Packers versus 49ers. We're getting so close to Saturday night at Lambeau Field. A cold, frigid playoff game. What more could you ask for? Getting really hyped. So today, as we're getting closer, I wanted to give you three key matchups that I think will determine the outcome of this game. For number one, I'm going to go with Packers inside linebacker DeAndre Campbell versus George Kittle, and pretty much every offensive weapon on the 49ers, including Deebo Samuel, Elijah Mitchell, everybody over there on the other side for the 49ers, but specifically George Kittle, because the Packers have had a really difficult time containing tight ends this season. You look back at Mark Andrews, which brought the Ravens really close to almost beating the Packers with Tyler Huntley at quarterback. They really struggled against Mark Andrews and other tight ends along this year. So I don't know if it's specifically going to be DeAndre on him, but I think he's going to play a big part in containing one of the best tight ends in the league. And then whatever they want to do outside of DeAndre, whether that's having the more stout Kevin Keene guarding George or whatever, a mix of those two, DeAndre, anybody on this defense has to make sure that George Kittle cannot get going. Same with Deebo Samuel. So DeAndre Campbell overall has to be an anchor for this Packers defense like he has been for a majority of the season. For number two, I'm going to say Kenny Clark versus Alex Mack, the veteran center versus the fifth-year defensive tackle out of UCLA. I think this is going to be a really exciting matchup to watch throughout this game. Kenny Clark is coming off, once again, a monster season. Not surprising at all. And he can really wreck things for an offense in both parts of their game, in the run game and the pass game. Will be great to see him put pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo. I think Jimmy, if he gets a little pressure on him, he starts having to get rid of the ball quicker, gets a little nervous, get a little frightened back there from Kenny Clark, and then Za'Darius and Preston Rashawn on the edges. Man, I think Kenny could play a big part in this game, in that passing game, and then also really just shutting things down in the middle, maybe putting an end quickly to the motion that Kyle Shanahan likes to pull off, and he, along with DeAndre Campbell, my number one key matchup, both of those guys could have a great impact on this game for Green Bay. And for my third and final key matchup in this playoff game, I'm going with a pretty simple and easy one, but I do think it is one of the most important ones, and that is Kyle Shanahan versus Matt LaFleur. Just like I mentioned with Deebo Samuel's involvement in the motion that Kenny Clark could shut down, both Kyle and Matt on offense, they get a little wacky and wild on the offensive side of the ball. They like to use what they call the illusion of complexity, a bunch of motion in the backfield, using their wide receivers and running backs in so many different ways, using their tight ends to block, make chips, whatever. I'm acting like I know what I'm talking about. I just know both Matt and Kyle are very smart football minds. And this will certainly be a very exciting matchup to watch, just from their minds, what they put out there on the football field. So many exciting, talented players in this game, and then Matt LaFleur and Kyle Shanahan are obviously going to bring the excitement with whatever plays they bring out there. So Matt LaFleur finally got the best of his teachers this past year, beating both Sean McVay and then Kyle Shanahan in Week 3. Let's see if Matt can make it happen in the playoffs this time around with Kyle Shanahan. Offense, it's going to be pretty crazy in this game. So I'm excited to watch it. Hopefully we have an exciting offensive game, bunch of scores, and then hopefully the Packers come out on top. That's all I got for you today. Let me know what you think the top three key matchups are in this game in the comments down below, and I'll talk to you later. Go Pack Go.